If you want to learn how to trade just like me, join the community, click the private Discord link, sign up through this membership level, and you will gain access to weekly group mentorship calls for free. Today is going to be a health check update on this potential 1000% move. We can see since the breakout over here, we are up 125% and we have peaked out at 182%. In today's update, I'm going to show you the levels that we must hold in order to keep this 1000% target valid. I'll show you how we go ahead and invalidate it for the bears out there. I doubt there's any bears out there. We all want this to go up, but I'm just going to show you that path anyway. If this is something of interest to you, please stay tuned. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. We're so close to 7K subscribers. I'm sure that we can hit it before the end of this month, and I'm going to be bringing out discounts on my course mentorship for the rest of the month. Private message me for the discount, links in the description below. Let's continue with this update. And yes, we've got this potential 1000% move. Of course, it's a little bit different from today's current price. If you've missed this, there's still potential for a 400% move, so a nice 5x if you're interested, of course, in holding Nakamoto games. There's multiple gaming cryptos that actually exploded the very time that Gala had some FUD. So in those very months, I think it was from the July top over here, Gala started heading to new lows. It went below the low, but as we can see, Naka and a lot of other gaming tokens from those very moments started continuing up, started exploding. Now the reason being, and let's just check from this low over here how much it has exploded since. So of course a 230 to where we are, but a 300% move since Gala had that FUD, and a lot of people exiting Gala, like myself, and many people in my Discord community exiting Gala. Not that it's not a good project, of course. Why were we in it in the first place? Simply because it is. And then unfortunately, as there was a lot of FUD, you know, for me, I'm just using these as tools to make money. So I'm not married to a bag. I don't really care about what a crypto does. If there's opportunity there, I know it will go up. If I can read the charts and they're signaling that there are moves to the upside, then I'm of course looking to enter into those cryptos as investments. And just because there's a target over here and a 1000% gain from the breakout doesn't suggest that this is the top. This is just the clearest pattern on the chart as of now, and that it's its target. Once it meets its target, yes, there might be some dumps. I'm going to show you those levels today as well, of course. But I'm anticipating Nakamoto games to, of course, clear its all-time high and continue higher and higher and higher. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Where do you personally think Nakamoto games can get up to in this upcoming bull market? And maybe if you guys, you know, in the comment section below, show me your predictions, then maybe I will make a prediction update on where I believe Nakamoto games could be topping out in the upcoming bull market. But for now, let's focus on this target, which is pretty much signaling at the previous all-time high at $7. This is slightly beneath that, $5.84. And so what we need to do to keep this valid is hold the neckline where we've actually validated this target. So by holding above this area, the exact price sitting at 52 cents, then this target of $5.80 should be met, and we should be given that 1000% move. Furthermore, let me just get my tool. Furthermore, we can see the moving averages over here. Over the past few days, we've now seen the 55, the orange one, actually creep above the neckline. Now for me, this serves as our second layer of defense for this newly formed uptrend, which was here in July, where Gala started dumping and a lot of people were exiting, looking at other gaming tokens, and Naka was one of those. Naka was also a project that I was really interested in back in the 2021 bull market. We can see we topped out here at the end of 2021, and this is roughly where I started to gain an interest in Naka, just like Trias, B-Pro, and many other projects at this point. But for me personally, I always feel like when we're deep into a bull market, there's no point in getting into new coins, and the upcoming bull market, that is the time to get into them, because we were just too late into it. We can see that if I did start to buy when I found out about Naka, I would have got absolutely dumped on. It was only when I was certain that Bitcoin is going to start going up, about the 19K area, did we start to invest in these altcoins. So very nice gains have been made, but a lot more ahead, and this will bring better returns than Gala. Again guys, just from this point back to the all-time high, it's over 1,000% gain. So for some cryptos, for example, Bitcoin is only a 100% gain away from its top, whereas here we're going to be making 12, 13x in those same moves essentially. So there are more levels that need to be maintained. Of course, I've now shown you that the neckline and the moving averages, and this 55 is now, as our second layer of defense, sitting at 55 cents, slightly above the neckline, would be a suggestion that even if we do dump, it's just going to bring us life-changing opportunities, guys, simply because this should hold us within an uptrend. We should be getting uptrend movements as we've broken out of a bullish or reversal pattern that's reversing us from the bear market. And so in order to continue with that, to get back up to the all-time high, we need to hold those levels. But there's one more level that is very important, and it's pretty much where we're rejecting resistance right now, which is the golden pocket. Now, the golden pocket is these 3 levels. And you might be aware of these 2, but there's arguments that the golden pocket is just this, so I just use all 3. And I know that any of these points are points of rejection, so we could have got rejected over here. And that's why Naka is so bullish, guys. Because in fact, when you're pumping up into the 0.5 and knowing that it's also a resistance where we're getting a high and a lower high, there's potential for downtrend continuation, as this move is the impulse. This is the corrective move up, and at those key levels, we're looking for rejections to send us to new lows. There's ways of invalidating it, like holding the golden pocket, which might be over here, and you could come down to there and reclaim those levels and eventually still break out bullish. However, there's the risk of when you get up into here that all of this could happen, huge dumps. And the fact that Naka had so much momentum that it didn't even need to come down to the golden pocket around here. It just came to the moving averages, newly formed 5-day bullish cross, which is a signal. And if we go on the weekly time frame bullish cross right over here, it's saying that this is in a bull market and we must not ignore this. And the signal came a little bit earlier when we used the 5-day time frame. I just prefer to use that. If you don't pay for TradingView, just use the weekly. It's no different. It just has more candles to work with on this time frame, much easier to actually spot patterns, whereas on the weekly it might be a little bit more confusing as it's more condensed and less candles. So I just want to read this a bit clearer, so I'm just adding candles to it by going on the 5-day time frame. And we can see that this bullish cross appeared here, and on the weekly it was somewhere later. So this is like a leading time frame essentially, and it was basically suggesting that now that this is formed, yes, we're at the resistance, and this is where Gala started dumping and started losing this low. So imagine if the whole gaming industry had some FUD, then Naka would have continued lower. But the strength in Naka, the fact that money was flowing out of Gala coming into other gaming tokens, had shown strength as it found support where it needed to in order to confirm that this is a bull market and then break the high, which is starting to pretty much get to that territory where there's no arguments that we are going up. The final layer of defense is that golden pocket that we were suggesting. And as we're rejecting the higher band, it's actually saying that we're allowed to come down to the 0.5 at 60 cents and still continue higher. So if we now over the next few days and weeks or even month periods start to see a dump of about 50-55%, I would actually suggest that it's totally fine as long as that key level is being maintained as support. And then if we see the 50-55% dump, all we need to do is confirm that level of support, break out, actually flip this resistance into support, and then we're looking to meet our 1,000% target. From today's current price, there's still a further 400% move, and if we come back down to our entry, there's life-changing gains to be made. In fact, this coin will make millionaires in this bull market. Hopefully that's one of you guys. If not, it will be the next time round, don't you worry. So that is it from me today. I'm still anticipating this target to be met, even if we see a 50% correction, as long as these key levels are being maintained, which are marked out by the moving averages, the 0.5 Fibonacci, so the golden pocket, as well as the neckline of the actual pattern itself over here. And we are looking for a $5.80 target in the upcoming future. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you want to hear more about my education, I will play a little clip right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share on the road to 7K by the end of this month. And if you want a discount on my course or mentorship, use the links in the description to private message me on Twitter for those discounts. Cheers, everyone. If any of you are interested in learning how to trade just like me, there's multiple options. Click this ebook. It covers all the strategies that I use in these YouTube updates, so you will have all the same skills. Covers the Japanese candlestick, chart patterns, support and resistance, why I use EMAs over trend lines, Fibonacci's, divergences, and again, using these all together to profit using them. I've also got a discount on my course at the moment, which ends at the end of this month. So that's down to £100. You also gain free access to my Discord community for the next 3 months, where you can expect to be a part of 12 to 24 group mentorship calls. If you want something that's a bit more personalized to your needs, then join my one-to-one mentorship plan. You can choose 5 or 10 hours of my one-to-one help, and included will be the 3 months free in the community, as well as my 6-hour long video course.